Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here. And let's wake up the football gods on this Monday. I hope you guys tune in tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, for our live stream. Our live streams have been really lively with all of these damn Eagle trolls that are really feeling themselves and thinking that they are the greatest thing since sliced bread. Well, as we sit 41 days, 10 hours, 52 minutes, and 10 seconds away from kickoff of the 2019 season, we all know by now that Doug Peterson, their head coach, has now tested positive for the coronavirus. Hopefully it's no complications for him or anything like that. But this goes to show you that, right now we have about 30 players that have opted out. Interestingly enough, 8 of those have been New England Patriots. And I think we have about 20-some players that are on the commissioner's COVID test list. When you start hearing about this and things, NCAA is probably going to make a decision this week on fall sports, and it sounds like more than likely fall sports will be canceled, with the exception of football. Football will be able to kind of do their own thing, so to speak, and try and make it work. I just don't see how college football is going to be able to do it. But, I could be wrong. As we look at other sports right now, we're seeing some that are succeeding better than others. You can see baseball with the Phillies having their issues and basically the whole team being in quarantine and stuff and games canceled, versus some of the other leagues that are having more and more success. And the question will will football be able to make it as far as they go? Personally, I really think NFL teams should consider a bubble situation for their players. When you think about the Star has had part of Roger Staubach and Jerry Jones built luxury condos right there at the Star. I think they're called the 12. And to me, that would be one of those things where you could go through and say, team, look, we're all in for this season. We want to make sure that we have our shit together and that we don't risk it. Just plan on being in the condo for the next 6 months. You're not going out. You're not doing normal things that other people are doing. Your only focus for the next 6 months is practice and keeping your ass at home. That's it. There's no other way that's going to work. And I think all of the NFL teams should consider that. So thanks to Omar. Omar shared actually a great post this morning out here. And, everything, of course, is opinions. For those who worry about football safety, they need to find out which sport it has in common with. This will give you an idea of spreading pattern and the speed. I'm still getting used to the glasses, finding the sweet spot. Speed of the COVID-19. It also shows how to prevent it and how to stop it, and if found in someone. Baseball is the worst sport to compare football to. Baseball have totally different lifestyles, and the games are not close at all. Baseball players have different health, body types, and even uniforms. They love to chew and spit, give high fives or combinations of any social distancing. Baseball relates more to just regular life. They all huddle together or spread out, wear a mask in the game sometimes. Afterwards, they go back to living like the virus doesn't exist. They hang out with each other and regular people, which causes the virus to enter someone, and they don't have the strict rules anywhere warning them to punish and punishments to keep them alert. There are similarities, but for now, baseball and regular people act the same way, which is why one team can get multiple people infected in 1 week. Sounds like those that go to concerts, a bar, a house party, without a care in the world. And that's true. And I tell you what bugs me is, so many people who are just kind of lackadaisical. When I posted last night about Doug Peterson having coronavirus, and the person's comment was something to the effect of, I sure hope he's okay with his sore throat and cough. as in that's all it is. And maybe for some, that's what it is. But for others, it's lung issues, it's heart issues. This is one of the reasons why I think that I actually had it. You know, I'd been down in Miami for the Super Bowl. They're beginning to realize that this thing started earlier than we first thought. But if you remember, I kept going to the cardiologist. I kept going to getting EKGs, stress tests and stuff. And my blood pressure, which was always like 120/80, I was always low blood pressure, all of a sudden starts spiking 200/160 at some points and having irregular heartbeats. I had this headache that literally felt like my brain was itching inside, but I couldn't scratch it. I had this diarrhea that was just like unearthly. And I felt tired and weak. And of course, I passed the F out at the Super Bowl. So I don't know if that's some form of the coronavirus and things like that, but I still feel sometimes like I get winded quickly. Now, like I said, I don't know if I had it or not. And if I had, I'm actually fortunate that I am over that because my blood pressure now is back to where it used to be. The irregular heartbeat stopped. But for some people, they actually can see scarring in their heart afterwards. They can see where people have lost, a quarter of their lung capacity because of this. There are people who are still having headaches and body aches and fatigue months after having this. You can think that, oh, well, it's no big deal. And then maybe you get it and it is no big deal. But just like when I say I had a strep infection in my knee, most people, you get strep throat, you're done and over with. But for me, in my case, it almost killed me. And having to have 3 knee operations and spending 6 months learning how to walk, it was some serious shit. So it's all to your perspective. Now, back to this piece here. Let's finish this up here. Football relates more to hockey. The uniforms, the body types, the health, and the consistent hitting each other show this. Hockey has followed rules that they really are more alert, especially after games is over. They have that sacrifice in them to stay home away from everyone. They love hockey too much to stop. They get tested constantly and stay repeating with what works. Responsibility when you're alone is the key in the difference and the ice. On the ice, they are protected with their helmets, thick layers of uniforms, pieces. Football is the same way. People opt out. That's their choice, and they're one more who is safe, and the team is safe as well. Each team building is really made for safety, which is true. They are literally going through, and they are, I wish we could get the same testing and treatment and stuff that football is getting with the rest of us. They have constant messaging, equipment, space for all to be safe. There are only 8 games to travel in the regular season. Very low traveling is great because traveling too much will cause a team to somehow get infected like baseball. Football is constantly adding things to stay safe and to never let your guard down. They have learned what they want to do and what not to do. Major League Baseball, NBA, MLS, NLS, etc. Football has the best chance to succeed. I'm not sure if that's the case, but it's up to the mentality of the players. But I do agree with that. It's really going to be on the players, If we have players that believe, there's nothing to this, man. It's a cold, and brush it off and I'll be fine, then it ain't going to work. But if everybody plays scared and, plays with a mission, then we got a chance to have a season. I don't know that college football will be able to do that, in which case football, I had heard earlier, has a deal in place that if college football doesn't go off, that they're going to be able to play on Saturdays, which is another incentive for the NFL to continue. Because what you could end up doing is, this is an opportunity. If there's no college football, there's all those fans out there that may have left football, Sunday football and, NFL and things like that. And, I'm just a college guy, I don't care about the NFL. If the NFL is the only game in town, you may turn some of those fans back on to football. And you think about the viewership that we had for the draft. This is an opportunity for the NFL to actually create new and lasting fans. So we'll have to wait and see. It's really up to the players, but I think the NFL really needs to consider having facilities strictly for the players to live during the season and or family. Because when you think about the star of these luxury condos, you could conceivably have your wife and kids there. It may not be the big house you're used to, but if your ultimate goal is your job and succeeding and winning a Super Bowl, that may be what it takes. So that being said, I got to get ready to go to my day job. I got to get this bathroom and stuff together and get back and work on this big-ass box. But be sure to tune in tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern for our live stream. We're going to be doing some more giveaways of the Jobu draft glasses, draft as in draft beer glasses. And everybody else who's already ordered one, they're going out today. Today, friends. The post office is picking them up. I'm Mark Holmes, and I hope you have a great day. And please, please be safe out there. I'll see you soon.